Somebody leaked the Clipse new album. Was it sabotage or promo? What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe and notification bell. Keep sending those Cashapp to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, somebody leaked Pusha T and No Malice or Malice's album, Let God Sort It Out. And I hear that the leaks sound terrible, the mix downs are bad, and a couple songs are missing. You may ask yourself, why did they leak it? Did they do it themselves? Now the thing is, when you get a leak, it could be anything. What happens is they send out to certain people, they send out a promo, an advanced copy. They've been doing this for 30 years. They sent out an advanced copy. They got a little better at it because what they started doing was making so that whoever was leaking it, it could be linked and traced back to the person who leaked it. So a lot of people got in a lot of beefs behind that. I remember they say that Jay stabbed Lance Rivera, I believe that's who it was, over leaking his album to the bootleggers. Now, what used to happen was they would leak your album to the bootleggers, but they get a bag for that. So if they can get your album earlier, the bootleggers would pay it because that album going to hit the streets like wildfire. That's why they shut the bootleggers down. They started calling it pirating, music pirating, and they started to really, they were kicking down doors. A couple of DJs, I think DJ Drama was one, I think Clue, all of the DJs that used to get all the music early, they weren't getting it legally. Some of this stuff was given to them illegally, and they would sell their mixtapes. Also, that was the other thing too. If you like Ja Rule's song or DMX song or whatever, why would you buy a CD when you can just go buy the bootleg version, or you can go get Clue's tape, which has all the best songs on there? You're going to go pay $10 for DJ Clue's mixtape, and you're not getting none of these albums. So it became an issue for the record labels to stop the pirating, stop the bootlegging, da-da-da. And I took a stance, I'm talking like years ago. I stopped buying bootlegs and bullshit about 20 years ago. I stopped buying all that, but a lot of people kept at it. I hate getting a movie that's some assholes in the theater with a camera filming and shit, and you're listening to people laughing at this and that, or you get a CD and there's no music on it because it was burnt incorrectly, or the CD skipping or whatever. Like, it's a bad copy, or the tracks are just trash on there, or they unmixed down. Like when everybody got that first Kanye Late Registration, that thing was a classic out the gate. The entire hood had a bootleg of that. When they leaked that, everybody had the bootleg. Why would you buy it at that point? A lot of people had to rush out a lot of albums, and a lot of mixtapes got leaked. Like Mobb Deep's, I believe it might have been Murder Music. One of the albums got leaked. Like when Kanye's Late Registration got leaked, he had to go back, re-record it because it wasn't finished. It wasn't mixed down right. He had to go and re-record some of the tracks because everybody had already heard it. He had to take some of them off because of samples. And what really made Kanye's legend in the hood grow was he had a song called All Falls Down, which originally had Lauryn Hill's vocals. He sampled Lauryn Hill. Now, when Lauryn Hill, they couldn't clear the sample. They didn't give him the clearance for that song. He had to redo it with another female, and it became the record that you see today. When it all falls down, that was with Lauryn Hill at first. That came out in the bootleg copy. Everybody had that, fell in love with that bootleg copy, started calling Kanye a genius. But he went back to the drawing board. Some of them songs didn't make it. And to this day, a lot of us say that the bootleg version of Late Registration is better than the album version, right? Kanye hates to hear that, but that's what a lot of people feel. I don't feel that no more. Once I really listened to how much better the Late Registration became, it became a certified classic. Even though it has some of the missing stuff and da-da-da, it's still a certified 100% Rotten Tomato classic. Like, that thing is a classic. There's nothing you could take from that album. It's one of the best hip-hop albums we've ever received. Now, this Clipse album is looking like it's going to be that, but somebody leaked it. It could have been, some people say like they think that Pusha was behind the leak of the Kendrick record, the Chains and Whips. A lot of people saying it was orchestrated by Pusha and No Malice to leak that on accident, like low key. I don't think that they leaked that, and I don't think that they leaked this. Allegedly, Kendrick's associate, A.K. Chike, I believe his name is, they're saying that he leaked it online in a live stream on accident, and that's how the Kendrick verse got leaked. But some people are saying that Pusha and No Malice did this, right? And now they're saying that this album was released and leaked by their hand too for promo. I don't believe that. I don't believe that they know the damages of a leaked album, right? And when you get it and it's not sounding right, a lot of these Drake fans are already up and down. They're like, yeah, I'm glad it got leaked. He deserves it. Da, da, da. So they don't need any leaks 3 days early. That's some bullshit. Now, the people that really want to support it, they're going to support it. But there are going to be some people, like the Drake fans who hate on this guy, they'll go listen to the leak just so they don't have to give him no streams because they want to hear it. They want to hear if he's dissing. They want to hear it. This is where we've come in hip-hop, where people can't enjoy other hip-hoppers. It's never been like this. I just did a video on how Drake fans are ruining his legacy and this, that, and the third. It's never been like this where you have to choose now. You can't listen to this person, that person. You can't listen to an album because you don't want to give it streams. This is where we are. They don't want to hear nobody else's music other than their guy because they want to keep it, or somebody neutral. If it's somebody that's have a friction with their guy, they don't want to hear it. I like Jay-Z. I still listen to Nas's Hip Hop Is Dead and all that because I like Nas too. It's like you can't have that. So they happily will go listen to this leak, but the leak is reportedly missing songs and badly mixed. I want to read this article, have a conversation, but it's dividing the culture even more, right? And I don't know, a leak probably somebody, you got to think they got to press this thing up. So somebody at the pressing plant, who's really usually the culprit, the people at the pressing plant, they got a whole documentary about how the people at the pressing plant, all they need is one CD. They slip one CD in their pocket or slip one CD and hide it somewhere till they get off the shift. There's a whole pressing plant, a documentary about how these people would get paid. They would pay them thousands, like big bags to get that one copy so they can then go sell it. Nelly's, they were like Nelly and whatever got going on, whatever he's dropping back in the day, they would take one copy of that, get a couple grand for that. Because the person that's buying it knows they're going to make more off of it. Or they had this thing with LimeWire where they were competing to get it up faster, this and that and the third. So just to get it on LimeWire, just to say I did it first, it was a whole thing. So they know that the leak will ruin their release. So I'm going to go and say unequivocally that no one would purposely leak an album with missing songs and bad mixed out. So I'm going to go right here and stop that rumor right now. There's no way Pusha T and No Malice leaked this on purpose. It's not enough promo in the world, right? It's not enough promo in the world to ruin your rollout. The rollout that you guys are pissed off. Yo, he's using gossip and innuendo. He's dissing on his rollout. So there's no way he would ruin the rollout 3 days early by leaking his album online. All right, but let me read this conversation. Pusha T and Malice, I don't know if it's No Malice or Malice anymore. We need clarification, but I'm going to go with what the article says. Clipse new album, Let God Sort Him Out, leaks online 3 days before its official release. Pusha T and Malice are reuniting as Clipse this Friday with Let God Sort Him Out. But leakers are now ruining the party. Yeah, I think somebody outside of their camp did this. Let's just be honest. Let me continue. Hip-hop fans have been anticipating the first new Clipse album in 15 years. Singles like Ace Trumpers and So Be It were huge crowd pleasers, and with the Kendrick Lamar feature on the way, fans have every right to be excited. I still think this thing going to do numbers. Not that we care about numbers, but it's going to do some numbers. Numbers do matter in hip-hop, but not to the degree that the Drake fans try to make it where it's all about the numbers or it's a flop. I don't care what the numbers are. I'm going to listen to it. I listen to a lot of shit with no numbers or mediocre numbers because I know you can fight through numbers. You can still have a good, decent living, right? The Griselda camp has already proven that. Freddie Gibbs has already proven that. They can make a good living. It doesn't matter what the album sales are. If you can get people in the building to come to your shows, that's what matters. And if you can keep them streams coming at a consistent rate, that's going to add up. But Drake fans have made it like first week sales is all that matters and like numbers. So we're not there yet. I don't care what these numbers do. I just don't want to hear the Drake fans for a week straight bragging about how this thing flopped. I don't want to hear that. It's really annoying. So now us true hip-hop heads that really love the music, now we're sitting here, we're hoping on numbers to come in so we don't got to hear these assholes. It doesn't even matter what the shit does, right? This shit could do 200,000. They'll be like, oh, all that for 200. So they're going to minimize GNX numbers, gang. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter with the numbers, but I don't want to hear, if the shit does 50K, I don't want to hear this shit for fucking 2 weeks, right? How it flopped. The 50K that's good for these guys, right? It's going to do more than that, but if it does 50K, it's going to be unbearable. It's going to be unbearable. Like you're not going to be able to get through. You're not going to be able to cut through the noise because they're going to be under every post, everything about this. Oh, it flopped, it double wood. So this is why they ruin it. They ruin things. You guys ruin shit. You mess it up for everybody, right? Let me keep this moving, man. Anyway, furthermore, Pharrell is on the production, and from what we've heard, he's back in his prime. Unfortunately, there are some nefarious people online who are willing to spoil the party. As reported by Curco on Tuesday night, the new Clipse project was leaked. This ass probably the one to leak the shit. The new Clipse project was leaked online. Don't expect to find a link or an embed to the album here. We don't do that. It ruins the fun and is extremely disrespectful to the artist. That's the website that I got this from. I believe this might have been Hot New Hip Hop, or it may have been Hip Hop DNX, one of them. Having said that, the leak probably isn't worth your time. We say that because there are missing songs and the ones that are present are not CDQ quality. Therefore, you won't actually be listening to a final version of the project. Regardless, one has to wonder how this project got leaked and why someone would do such a thing. So I feel like they want to ruin the rollout. These guys are mad, gang. They don't like that Pusha saying these things, and he really not dissing Drake like that, but it doesn't matter. Anything he does, especially if you're putting Kendrick on it, right? They even had a problem with Playboy Cardi having Kendrick. They've drawn lines in the sand, gang. You can't have a middle ground no more. It got to be all or nothing. Anybody linking with Kendrick is the op. They're the enemy. They want failure. They want death. Cut their head off. They want the Kendrick. And not to mention, Pusha he's already eliminated. He just destroyed Drake the first time. So anything that Pusha does, they want get back that. This guy is dissing freaking Travis Scott, and they don't care. It has nothing to do with Drake, but they mad about that. Oh, he's dissing. Da, da, da. It's sad, but it's real. They want destruction at any cost. They want no autonomy. They just want to be out here. They only want one rapper's voice in the whole world, nobody else, right? Unless they like him, unless they link with him. If they're not cool with him, which right now a lot of rappers are not, they don't want you to succeed. So I feel like someone who did this wouldn't be right now is so a critical moment. You cannot claim to be a Clipse fan and leak you can't. And I get it, some of these kids look at it like, yo, if you support the artist, then just go support the artist. We're just putting the leak out for the true fans who want to hear it early. Like, people make a million reasons to do this bullshit. But at the end of the day, if you were a true fan, you would have never leaked this. This is somebody who wants these guys to fail or ignorant the way the music business works, because there are going to be a lot of people, let's just be honest, who hear this and decide, I don't need to hear the whole album. So therefore, hundreds of thousands of people that may click and get this download now will not go stream their shit. So they are losing. It doesn't matter how you look at it. They are losing potential streams. Now, some of the people going to stream it either way. You want to get the whole thing. But some of these people, they're going to listen to the first 3 on this and be like, I don't like it. And they're going to move on. Never to hear this shit again. They made up their opinion. So this is hurting them. Let's just be honest. But they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. A lot of people don't even click download. This motherfucker's scared of viruses and this and that. So a lot of people not even going to do all that. But it will affect it to a degree. I think they're still going to do well. If I had to predict projections for this album, I'm going to go on a limb and say this Clipse record should at least do 120K. I could be wrong. I have no. Right now, it's tough to judge the climate of hip hop. I don't know what these people going to do, man. Listen, let's just be honest. I would say, assuming, like, I think it'll probably debut #1, hopefully, but it might not. I don't even know anymore, gang, because what used to happen in hip-hop don't happen no more. People are so clicked up and just divisive. They might not even click this shit at all, but I think he's done enough. I think his name holds enough weight. I think that the Clipse as a whole have built up enough anticipation, and the music is just good. I would say first week sales 120K. Let me know when it come out. We'll see how this age. I could be right, I could be wrong. I was assuming to do more than that. I kind of lowball, but I say 120K, which is, ain't that what Drake and Party Next Door? They're gonna be in a conundrum. If that thing does 120, you're gonna see the narrative that they're gonna say, oh, they're gonna downplay it, but they're gonna make it like it's trash because of the rollout. They're gonna have a caveat, because if he does the same numbers as Drake and Party Next Door, they can't say that the numbers is trash because you just said that it was good for Drake. So now they're going to have to spin it. They're going to say, oh, he did a rollout this and he still ain't do. They're going to have to really tiptoe, because they got to be careful, because Drake only did, I believe, 110, right? So if he outsells Drake by a little bit or whatever, they're going to have a whole lot of caveats. Now they got to spin, because I told you that morning meeting, that coffee meeting that they do, 5:30, them Drake stands, they meet about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and they make a whole narrative. So they got to get in front of it with they got to get some kind of narrative to explain how he can outsell Drake and Party Next Door. Let's just be honest, that's going to be a disaster. But they'll handle it. They'll handle it with an awful undertone of just hate and just disrespect, and just try to flip the narrative and make one be the apple, one be the orange. It's just weird shit. We'll see what happens, man. But listen, if you if you listen to that leak, make sure you go support the real album, gang. So it is what it is. I'm getting out of here. CLBMG. Make sure you head on over to black-yeti.com. They got some new flavors up there as of 2 or 3 days ago. Check them out. They got a bunch of new things. Let them know who sent you. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live on The What Show. Me, TJ, and Fliz, we talk about hip-hop related things. And now on Monday nights, we're about to do the 5th volume of Underground Edge Live, where we show our music videos, people that we affiliated with and associated with. It's a real good thing. Get in the comments, let us know what you think. People are enjoying it. We do it every Monday, 8 o'clock. Now I'm going to make it longer because the 2 hours wasn't long enough last week. It just ended abruptly. So this week I'm going for 2.5, maybe 3 hours of videos. All right. Tune in Mondays nights, my channel and 7 other platforms it's live on. So just tune in and let us know what you think. All right. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.